Bars are extremely to look at, and we will begin in just a few minutes. But those of you who are here, welcome, and definitely let me know you're here by clicking the um, the thumbs up button. And of course, the beauty of a live stream is I'll be able to answer any questions that you have. I'm going to be following along right here on my laptop, so I'll be able to see you, and I'll be very excited to do that. So thank you for joining me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and to answering any questions and concerns that you may have. I'm We're going to be starting in about 1 minute. So for those who are here, you're going to see that I have my trusty whiteboard, and with my whiteboard, I'll be able to review. I'm trying to get. I'll be able to show you how to judge, so that you can be your own best judges when you decide if a bar is giving you what you needed to. Let me know you're here by clicking the thumbs up button, and that will let me know, and I'll be thrilled to see you. I know a few people I've spoken to said that they're going to be here tonight, and they use bars and are looking forward to learning about which one will fit their needs. A lot of people also talk to me about whether or not I'll be discussing bars in terms of if you're diabetic or not, and the answer is yes. I'll be addressing many health concerns. So it is now 7 o'clock. Welcome, everybody. Many people, as you know, we live in a very fast paced world. And so, while I always prefer that you include real food, whole food, there is a place for a bar. So, definitely, I'd like to show you if a bar is going to be a good choice for you because maybe you're going meeting to meeting, or you're just running home from the gym, or you need fuel before a workout or after a workout. Um, I will definitely be here for you to show you how to judge whether or not a bar is a good choice for you or not. I'm also going to be clicking in on my laptop, as I often do, because that will also let me see you if in case my okay. And so that will help me to answer your questions live. And that is the beauty of a live stream. For those of you who are new to my station, to my channel, welcome. I'm so delighted that you're here. My name is Debbie Kravitsky. I've been a registered dietitian for over 30 years. Currently, I'm the Director of Nutrition at Mass General Hospital's Cardiovascular Disease Prevention Center. I have a private practice. I consult with many corporations, and I've been featured in national publications such as U.S. World and News Report, Harper's Bazaar, and Family Circle magazine. I also have appeared on television. I take great pride and joy in helping you to meet your dietary goals. I present accurate, evidence based nutrition information. Together, we will shop, we will cook, and I will navigate the way. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing by hitting that subscribe button. Also, if there are topics that you'd like to see me cover in upcoming segments, absolutely list them in the in the space below, because I will be more than happy to do so. Upcoming topics based on recommendations from people have been the impact of inflammation. That is en route. Also, there will be a video that is forthcoming on how to have dinner in 15 minutes or less, and I think you're going to love it. So look forward to those coming up. Today we're going to talk about bars. To talk about a bar, you want to always ask yourself why it is that you're using this bar. A bar is I consider a bar a supplement. It's a supplement because it's giving you what you're not going to be able to get in whole food. So you have to ask yourself, am I doing this for the protein? Am I doing this for the carbohydrate, for the energy? Or hopefully I'm doing it to get a little bit of both. So let me show you how to judge your bar. We'll start there, and then I'm going to give you a review of some of the more popular bars on the market. But you can use this format if your bar isn't shown here, don't worry about it. You'll use this format to apply to the bar that you're looking at. If you have a bar in front of you, take it out because we'll read the label together, and that will give you an automatic answer to any questions you might have. Let's start. I love to use my trusty whiteboard. Let's start with the calories. Always take a look to see what are the calories in this bar. If you're having a bar and it's 500 calories, I think that's just way too many calories for a bar. But if it's particularly if it's a snack, take a look. If it's they vary in calories from 100 to 300 and more. So take a look at the calories, as weight is an independent risk factor for all chronic disease, and at the end of the day, it is a calorie gain. For more information on that, you definitely can take a look at the video segment I did on how we manage weight. Protein. Protein will help to keep you feeling full longer. Protein also will help to regenerate muscles after a strength training workout. So either both before and after workout, it's important to include a source of protein. It is also interesting to note not only the amount of protein that might be available in a bar for you, but also the type of protein that this bar is going to offer you. When you're having something of plant or vegetable origin, it will be an incomplete protein. So refer to my segment on how to have a balanced diet, and it will show you about how to complement proteins. If it's a pea protein, for example, that's an incomplete protein. If it's a whey protein, whey is one of the 2 proteins found in milk, and that is a complete protein. So if it's whey, and many of them do use whey protein, it's low in lactose, it's easy to digest. Some people do have an issue with it, but if you don't, whey protein, you know you're getting a complete protein, and it's a good source. For carbohydrates, you want to make sure that it is low in added sugar, because as sugar intake goes up, so doesn't obesity, so doesn't diabetes, so doesn't heart disease and stroke, and also it's addictive. The more you have it, the more of it you're going to need to have. So you don't want the added sugar, but you do want the fiber. Fiber is your friend. It's nature's broom. It's going to sweep through your intestinal tract, taking with it what it can along its path, including any potential carcinogens, and you want that sweeping to go on. And fiber will slow down the absorption of food, which means it's going to keep you feeling full longer. So ideally, you're going to look for a combination of both high in fiber and high in protein, because that's going to keep you feeling full. It's going to, the protein will help regenerate muscle as well, and particularly after strength training, and the fiber will replenish glycogen stores after a workout, which will give you the energy that you need to replace. So let's take a look at some bars. You're going to notice, by the way, I didn't list sodium. Sodium often is not high. There are 1 or 2 bars that are. 140 is low sodium by definition, but if you go to 200, you're totally fine. Let's take a look. These are my bars that I am going to give thumbs down, and I'm going to tell you why. This is by Cliff. It's a Cliff bar. Now, it's important to note that not all Cliff bars are bad, or not all Cliff bars are good. You want to never ascribe a halo effect to a company. Your mantra here is read it before you eat it. Always check the label. Now, you're going to be upside down for a minute. They put the Cliff bar looks like this on one side, and the label goes upside down. So bear with me. This is great for saturated fat at 2 grams. It is high in fiber, moderately high, at 4 grams. The problem is the sugar, 21 grams. Now, 21 grams of sugar, I don't know about you, but I wasn't raised in the metric system. So to say 21 grams of sugar means absolutely nothing to me. I'm a visual learner. I have to see it in order to get it. And 21 grams, I cannot see. So take the grams, teaspoons you can see, take the grams of sugar and divide by 4, and that will tell you how many teaspoons of sugar. Now you've got a visual and you can take a look. Some labels will tell you if it's added sugar or if it's sugar coming from fruit, for example, but this one doesn't. But when I look at the label, my first ingredient, so at 21 grams is a little over 5 teaspoons of sugar. That is way, way, way too much. And my first ingredient here happens to be organic brown rice syrup, which is sugar. And as I look through the label, I'm going to see sugar listed multiple times. This is enough to give me a thumb, for me to give this bar a thumbs down. So this one, I'm going to put in the no. This is a bar by Power Crunch. It is their original protein energy bar. The flavor is peanut butter cream. It does boast some things on the front. It says it's only 130 it tells you that it's 13 grams of protein. The visual for that is every ounce of chicken, turkey, meat, and egg will give you about 7 grams of protein, and it gives you about 8. So at 13 grams, this gives you the equivalent of about a little under 2 ounces of chicken or turkey or fish. So you can see it's easier to get this stuff from food. But nonetheless, sometimes you don't have access to food or a refrigerator, so 13 grams. This also will give you 1 gram of fiber, hardly any fiber at all. But the problem with this bar is really the saturated fat. Saturated fat is a kind of fat that's going to clog your arteries and increase your risk for heart disease. You're looking for, if you're a heart patient, no more than 2 grams. If you don't have heart disease, it's 3. At 5, it's not good for anybody. So this is not, it's coming basically from coconut oil, which is highly saturated. So this bar, thumbs down. Lara bar. Now remember, we're not going to make we're not going to outcast a company. Just this particular flavor of Lara bar, which is their nut and seed crunchy bar, honey, almond, cranberry. So you hear honey, and what are you thinking? It might be high in sugar. And sure enough, let's take a look. You're going upside down. I understand that. It's 190 calories. The problem, again, is the saturated fat at 4 grams and 2 teaspoons of sugar. And that sugar, for sure, is honey, and that is added sugar. Honey is just liquid sugar. So because of the saturated fat, as well as because of the added sugar, this one, thumbs down. Kind. Kind has many bars. Some are good, some are better than others. This is their toasted caramel nut. What are you thinking? It might be high caramel sugar. You're totally right. So this is 250 calories a bar. It will give me 6 grams of sugar. It does tell me that that's all added sugar, and that means it's about a teaspoon and a half of sugar. And it is high in fiber at 5 grams, so you need to have a tolerance for fiber. Make sure you can handle 5 grams, because 5 grams is high fiber. And it gives me 12 grams of protein, so it's about an ounce and a half of the equivalent of chicken or turkey. It is very high in saturated fat, so because of the saturated fat and because of the sugar, the toasted caramel nut bar by Kind, I'm going to give this one thumbs down. They sent me this. I'll probably not get this again. These are my neutral category bars. They're neutral because they're great in one area and really not much in another. So it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what you have. If you've just done strength training and you need some protein to regenerate the muscle, ideally 10 grams of protein would work, and you can go to 20. If it's a meal replacement, you definitely want 20 grams of protein. The Think Thin bar will give you just that. It'll give you that 20 grams of protein. What it doesn't give you at 230 calories is much of anything else. Not a lot of no added sugar, a gram of fiber, which is hardly anything, and it is high in sugar alcohols. These are the sweeteners. So some people, sugar alcohols are neither sugar nor the alcohol. They just chemically resemble a little bit of both, and they are slow to be absorbed, so you don't need as much in order to give you the sweetness. Look for OL, or is generally a sign of a sugar alcohol. This is mannitol in this one. And so as long as you can tolerate it, this will give you the protein. And then this is the Think Thin bar. The flavor is caramel fudge, and yet there's no added sugar. How nice is that? Because they sweetened it with the sugar alcohol. You can have this, but make sure maybe you have an apple to give you the carbohydrate, or some whole grain crackers or bread to give you the carbohydrate that you're not getting from this. So this will give you just the protein, and if that's what you're looking for, I'm going to give this a neutral. Pretty good. Also for pure protein is the Pure Protein bar. This flavor, this one is gluten-free. The flavor is chocolate deluxe. It will give you 180 calories. It is 3 grams of saturated fat. If you don't have heart disease, this is fine. Not a lot of added sugar at 3 grams. That's under a teaspoon. And 21 grams of protein, which is like having 3 ounces of chicken, fish, or turkey. So for protein, this is great. It's not going to give you a lot of fiber, but for protein, it's great. So have this with an apple, and you are good to go. The Zing Bar. This is the sample size. They don't come this small. They actually come much larger. In this size, however, this is 100 calories, and it's low in saturated fat at 1.5 grams. Even if it was a double size, it'd be at 3. At 3 grams of fiber, that's good. 5 grams of sugar, that's like a little over a teaspoon, but not a lot of protein at 5 grams in this size bar. So this is moderately high. I give it a moderate okay because of the saturated fat and because of the fiber, but not so great for protein. People love this bar. It gives rave reviews for the taste. I can see somebody has. Thanks for discussing sugar alcohol. My pleasure, Richard, and I am so happy you're here tonight. So great to have you on the live stream. Go you. So a great shout out to Richard. This is and I'm happy to discuss, and any questions anybody has, I'm trying to think of them as we go through this, but definitely type them in because I'm going to keep checking my live stream, and the beauty of this is I can answer you live right here and now. This is the Kind Bar. It's the nut and spices bar. This flavor is dark chocolate, nuts, and sea salt. It gives you 6 grams of protein. That's hardly any protein. 5 grams of sugar, which is about a teaspoon and a little over a teaspoon of sugar, and all that for 200 calories. What it does give you is 7 grams of fiber. So not a lot of protein, not a lot of sugar either, but 7 grams of fiber. So if you want a carbohydrate boost, this will do it for you. 7 grams, keep in mind, is very high fiber. By definition, 5 grams is high fiber. At 7 grams, remember, it's Nature's Broom. You better be ready to handle Nature's Broom at 7 grams versus 5. Otherwise, I'm going to know where I'm going to find you. So if you have used to a lot of fiber, you have to acclimate to fiber, then this is a good bar, but make sure you have it with maybe Baby Bell cheese or yogurt, something that will give you more protein, so that you'll get both. You'll get what you need. There are people I know who don't like fruit, or just don't think of having fruit, or don't want to be bothered with fruit. So Kind found your solution. This is the Kind Bar. They come in 2 flavors, cherry apple and mango apple. People love these bars. They taste delicious. Would I prefer you to have fresh fruit? Absolutely. But if you don't and you can't get to it, this is a great substitution. Each bar is the equivalent of 2 servings of fruit. There is no added sugar. It is 130 calories and 3 grams of fiber. So that's moderately high. You should be able to handle 3 grams of fiber, I would think. And this is a great substitution. No protein in this. This is just a fruit replacement for those who are supplementing their diet with fruit, or they need a carbohydrate boost. So make sure if you're having these, you understand you still need protein. But this is a way to get fruit for those who don't eat fruit. This is better than not having it, and people love the taste. Lara Bar. This is their coconut chocolate chip bar. It comes at 200 calories. And it is very high in saturated fat at 6 grams. Actually, I'm going to put this one in the negative. This is the coconut chocolate chip by Lara, and this is high in saturated fat, really high at 6 grams. They're going to get you both in high fiber as well as protein without giving you the added sugar that your chocolate chip bar. It will give you 20 grams of protein. That's the equivalent of almost 3 ounces of chicken, fish, or turkey. And it also will give you 15 grams of fiber. So this is a heavy duty bar. This is for heavy hitters, those who are used to a lot of fiber, that they can handle a bar like this, and also the protein. People who eat this bar, no great camp. You either like it or you don't. Some people love it. It's going to be it could be a meal replacement, this bar, and a meal replacement at 190 calories is a pretty good deal. But other people eat this bar and they say it just sits too heavy in their belly. So it's worth a try. If this is something that interests you, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up for its nutritional contribution. Quest has many flavors. Again, not all Quest bars are great, but these 2 I happen to be big fans of. This is their peanut butter brownie smash. How does that sound to you? To me, it sounds delish. 190 calories. Same deal like the oatmeal chocolate chip. This will be high in fiber. At 14 grams, that's really high. Remember, 5 by definition is high. At 14, this is very high. And not a lot of added sugar, only 2 grams. Not a lot of saturated fat, 1.5 grams. And it does give you 20 grams of protein. So if you can handle a bar like this, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. That's the Quest Peanut Butter Brownie Smash. I also am a fan of these RX bars. Let me know if you've seen these around by hitting the button or writing in a comment. This bar is 210 calories. It is low in saturated fat at 1 gram. It is low in sodium. It is high in fiber. This one gives you 5 grams of fiber and 12 grams of protein. So not quite as much as the other, but as a replenishment for after the gym, after a workout, or as a snack, 12 grams is very good. If you were to have Fage Greek yogurt, that gives you 14. If you were to have the Dan Enlightened Fit Greek 80, it gives you also about 12. So this is a great bar. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. Not a lot of added sugar, actually no added sugar. 12 grams is about 1.5 ounces of chicken, fish, or turkey, but 10 grams is what you need as a snack. And so at 12, and with the fiber this gives me, I'm giving this one, the RX bar, 2 thumbs up. What I also love is it's very cute, that it tells you exactly what's in it. 3 egg whites as your protein, almonds, cashews. So that fat, that healthy fat, these nuts, they will help to keep you feeling full. It'll hold up the protein, as well as the nuts are packaged in that great package of fiber. Fiber's your friend. And then for a little bit more fiber, you get dates and no BS, which is great. Nothing else, no added sugar. So this is great. So this is a thumbs up. There are bars out there that can meet your dietary needs or goals, and they taste good. But try them, because even though some may look great on the outside, they may not feel good, they may not digest well. Anybody who is diabetic, understand that a diabetic diet is just a normal, healthy diet. If we all ate like this, we would be better off. It's critical for a diabetic, but it's really great and recommended for everyone. So we all look at the added sugar, and we all look at the fiber. Fiber's your friend. And I hope this has helped to clear up confusion around bars. And I thank you for joining me on this gorgeous Sunday evening on the live stream with Dishing with the Dietitian. Thank you so much, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Please consider subscribing, and any questions or comments, I look forward to receiving them. Take care.